I do love a good country back road, and it is the sort of riding that I always prefer to be doing. I mean, blasting down the freeway's fun, but I like these, you know, these small country roads. And I haven't done a lot of, you know, these slower paced roads on the Duke. And I call them slower paced because you could absolutely get away with tearing ass down here, and there's no one around to give a shit. But I don't know, sometimes I feel like I don't give the Duke as much credit as it deserves, because it is an excellent handling bike, but it is a much heavier bike in terms of handling than the Honda. You know, you do have to be a little bit more forceful with it, and that's something that I'm still coming to terms with. It's one of the few remaining 100k zones on these country back roads. But as I say, I'm not particularly familiar with this road, so I'm disinclined to want to go that fast. Look at all this shit on the road. Now, I think there's no shame in, like, going slow, riding at your own pace. There seems to be such a pressure of, you know, ride like you're on a crotch rocket. I don't care, really. I want to ride at my own pace because I ride for the joy of bike, not for the joy of trying to keep up with some other arsehole. I really have a hard time going from second to third in this bike. I don't know why that is, but I'm consistently missing third. I actually set the clock on the dash to the right time this morning. But I often just forget it's there. On the Honda, it's like the main feature of the heads-up display is the time. And I actually like that fact because I'm often on a time crunch. The clock on this bike is so small, it's like I have to really almost search for where it is. Not that it moves around, but it's the smallest readout on the entire display. Handy to have it there, but relatively pointless, which is why it's taken me this long to set it to the right time. Those are the signs we like to see. Duke does love a good corner, but I need to learn to trust it more. The fuel gauge on this bike is sketchy at best, and it's showing me 1 bar above reserve, and I figured out that means I've still got almost half a tank, a little bit under. So I reset the trip meter just to try and figure out what my actual range is, because it's been really hard to predict so far. Because when it's been flashing at me telling me I've got 0 k's till empty, I've gone to fill up and still had 3 litres in the tank, which is almost a quarter of a tank. So I'd like to try and work out what my average is and maybe just go by that. I've got some... The microphone's too close to my mouth. I just inhaled some fluff. Yeah, it's telling me low fuel. But I know that's not right. That's Grand Ridge Road, but that's one of the gravel sections, and I just refuse to do that on this bike. I love it on the Honda. You know what? I love the rear brake on this bike. It is so responsive. It's just really disappointing that it literally hurts my foot to reach it. Got to hand it to South Gippsland Shire. They've got some of the best riding roads this side of Melbourne. Whoop. I've seen a flash of those cars through these trees, and it just goes to show that it pays to read ahead even though it doesn't seem like you can see. But catching a reflection off a car through the trees. Sometimes it's all the warning you need. Whoa. It's getting quite cold up here, if I'm honest. I wish I had my winter jacket right now. Thumbnail. Got to stretch that right leg out. Already getting the cramps. Whoa. this road. Now, it says got half a bar left on reserve. I'm relatively confident there's still 4 litres of fuel in the tank, which means when I get to the servo, I'll fill up the tank. And I'll bet we'll put about 7 litres in. It's alright. There's a BP just on the other side of this road. You know what? I really appreciate seeing another person out on a bike just taking it easy and going slow. That's my style of riding right there. We've done 202 kilometres and apparently we're out of fuel. Nine litres. Okay. So, fuel gauge picked today to be accurate as I filled the tank right up to the neck and got in 9 litres out of 11. Which I'm not going to complain about that. That's as accurate as I need to be. And I got 200 kilometres. 200 kilometres out of 9 litres. Which is, yeah, not bad, I guess. Nothing compared to the Honda.